Okay, guys. This thing says I'm going live and I don't even know. But anyway, and I don't know how to do anything on here. Let's see. I don't know how to see your all's um, comments or anything. Or even if anybody will come on here and talk to me. It's so crazy, guys. Oh my goodness. I don't know which buttons these are. And like, something, this is the thing. When you're live, it looks like to me that there's no, I guess, way of really giving you a tutorial on how to do that. It's kind of like feel your way as you go. And I don't even know how to see your all's like chats or anything. Oh my goodness, there's actually somebody on here. Hey, hola, ¿qué tal? Y'all. Okay. Okay. So, like, I'm going to live up to the title of this video either way we go because I saw something just now. I was like looking through my videos. Hey, how are you doing? Forgive me. Hey, guys, I'm really new to this, okay? As you all can tell, this is the first time I've ever really gone live or anything like that. But I thought I should, as it seems that there are about, oh, I don't know, 65 or 70 of my videos that just kind of went poof off of my video line. And it's just so strange because it was really a couple of days before YouTube went down altogether. So I can't really blame it on that and say, okay, they were there. And then after it came back up, they weren't. So I don't think it had anything to do with them cleaning house, so to speak, like cleaning up old files and maybe it got put into some kind of batch that it shouldn't. I think it's more or less, maybe it has to do with my storage or the plan that I have with them. I'm not really sure. I have contacted them, but they haven't really said anything back. So it's like crickets over here right now. But in either case, I saw a video today by our sister, Katie did. And a lot of you guys may know her channel. And on her channel, she was talking about the prophecy that the old lady gave. And I believe she was from Belgium, but I don't know, somewhere in Eastern Europe. And this older lady, being a saint of the Lord, had given her testimony of a vision that she had seen back in 1968 to, I believe it was a young pastor at the time. And she told him that it was for a time in the future, which kind of reminded me of Habakkuk, where it says, yeah, I saw that video too just now. Well, it jogged my memory because I thought, you know what? I mean, everything happens for a reason, right? And perhaps those videos going poof from my video stream maybe was a good thing because it's made me start racking my brain as to what was really on those first videos I spoke on. And I know I would have told you guys this, and I know I made a video on this, but years ago, and guys, I was saved back in 1977. I had been going to church all of my life, and I'd been praying to God since I was probably 3 years old, and that was in 1968. And but I didn't join the church and get baptized until like 1977. So this would have been around in that time. I was about 12 years old. And my grandfather did not die until 1988. So this would have been a good 10 years before he died. And he told me one day, and the kind of crazy part about it is he wasn't one to go around saying things like this. Like he didn't prophesy. He didn't in fact, he was kind of a man of few words. He was very well loved in the community. He owned a business, which is something like a Southern States. It was called the Garrett Mills, which is where I grew up. And but other than that, he was a reserved man and a gentleman. I have to say, a Southern gentleman, and he also knew all about horses and what a lot of people would call, I guess, a horse whisperer almost. I mean, he was so good with animals and loved them, and I promise you, every one of his hunting dogs and his horses pretty much, did whatever he told them to do. And he was so kind to them. And I never saw him mistreat an animal or anything like that. And I think that it's beautiful, some of the things that he taught me and my twin sister. But I remember that he and I were just alone that day. There was nobody else around. And he said to me, he said, Kim, he goes, there's something I have to tell you. And I said, okay. Um, and he wasn't one for sensationalism or to scare anybody. In fact, he wouldn't have wanted to scare me. Hey guys, hey Cassie, hey Holly, I love you guys. Um, but he said to me, he said, I know you've never truly known a bad day. And I know that you know, it's not the same in your generation. Oh, little duck friend, hello. But he had said, I grew up during the Depression, and he said, your grandmother and I had only been married just a little short while, and when it hit, and he said, I remember I had $1,400 in my pocket, and I felt like I was the richest man in the world because people were jumping off bridges that were wealthy men just to keep from facing a single day poor. And he said, so I felt very lucky. It is so good to see all you guys, by the way. Um, I didn't know how this thing would go, guys, because I don't know about this live stuff, but I'm going to try to get on with the story, though. In essence, what he told me, he said, I don't know if it'll be your mother, but I know it'll be you and your twin sister. And he said, so that's why I'm telling you this. And sure enough, you know, mom lives with me and she's older and has some health problems now. She'll be 77 on Valentine's Day. So I think that's why he knew about what time it was going to be, because he said, I don't know if your mother will see it, but I know it will be you. And what he said was that he said, if you can picture the scene, he said, it will be something like what we went through during the Depression, but much greater. He said, for example, if you're sitting down at your dinner table at night, you know, gathered around to eat, there will be 4 or 5 hungry faces in the window looking in, you know, wanting to break in and perhaps even kill you for what's on your plate. He said it will get that bad. And he was speaking, of course, of great tribulation. And he never really spoke on a rapture. He believed in a second coming for sure. But a lot of the churches didn't speak on these things at the time. And of course, a lot of believers, even now today, don't necessarily believe in a rapture, but they all believe in the great tribulation and know about the second coming. But in either case, that's what he was discussing. He said, so just be ready and be prepared. And I've always remembered that's what he said. And when I saw our sister's video today at Katie did, it reminded me of that, because the old woman back in 1968 said all these things and knew that it was for an appointed time, that the vision spoke of the end. And when it comes, it will not tarry and it will not lie, and it shall be. And I believe that that's the times that we're in now, guys. And really, that's what I wanted to say to you. Plus the fact that I've always wanted to try out this live stuff, guys. And hold on just a second. I'm looking see Kane and Hannah before I get off of here. Hey guys, come here and see your old mama. Oh Lord, I don't think that was a good idea, guys. Okay, anyway, guys, come here. I don't want to disappoint. I already said that I'd let. Hold on. Guys, you never know what's going to happen during a live. Just never know. Hold on. Hannah, look in the camera, honey. Let them see your little pretty face. How cute you are with your little pink sweater on. Let them see your little pink. Oh, guys. She's such a little doll. Yeah, they're really hungry, Cassie. That is probably not a good thing for me, right? Oh, goodness. Well, I love you guys, and I hope that meant something to somebody out there. I think it's a warning. I think that some of the older ones that were saints of the Lord knew even back many decades ago what would happen, and some of them thought enough of us to warn us as well. And of course, I always pay attention when it's something that lines up with the Bible, because it does speak of these days, and we can see this happening. Hey, guys, I love you all. You all are the coolest. You know that, don't you? Oh. I just meant to tell you that as well, that guys, you all mean so much to me. And I think it's so cool that that the Lord let us know each other a little bit now before eternity. what a grand reunion it will be, and even much more so than it would have been if it had happened 3 or 4 years ago, before none of us really knew each other at that time. So isn't the Lord's timing perfect? And even though I know it's hard to wait, guys, keep looking up, because I'm telling you that these are our days to watch. And I believe that these were the days that my grandfather spoke of. Um, Yes, it's going to be an amazing party. That's right. Oh my goodness. You guys, and that's another thing too, because whenever I see Born for Battle, and like anybody who's from the old country, I think about my little Grandma. Oh, guys, she was so cute. Her mother's name was Dove, and she was like from the old country. And then little Grandma had been born here, and she was my grandmother, and she was married to the grandfather that I'm telling you about that told me all this. My dogs are going to kill each other, by the way. Hey guys, can y'all knock it off? Anyway, but she used to go around singing Blessed Assurance, guys, all the time. And if you look at the words of that, here I didn't even know, like all those years, I really didn't know about a rapture. And here she was singing Blessed Assurance, and I'd always hear, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. But I never thought about, the word, the rest of the words to it. And if you Google the lyrics too, guys, like the second and third verse are speaking of rapture. It says, visions of angels burst on my sight, visions of rapture. I mean, are you kidding? So anyway, guys, you all are so good to me. And thank you for all of your encouragement and things as the days go on. It gets dark, and we share the light. So anyway, I'm going to take the dogs back inside, and maybe I'll try this thing again sometime. So I hope that you all enjoyed this, and I love you all, and I'm sure we'll talk real soon. If I can figure out how to turn it off.